The Royal Academy presenting Paper 1, Unit 1, Part 4. This is the agenda of this class. Number 1, teacher. Number 2, learner. Number 3, support material and instructional facilities. Number 4, learning environment and institution. See, factors affecting teaching. What are the factors which affects teaching? Let us see now. Number 1, teacher. Teacher plays an important role in the teaching learning process as facilitator of learning. By adopting the best teaching techniques and efficient methods, a teacher could explore the right talent of the learners to help them towards quality learning process. It depends on various factors of teacher. So teachers should have some qualification. So the first point is educational qualification. There are various factors which affecting teaching and teacher. The first one is educational qualification. Learning of different subjects and area can provide highly valued instructions which can affect than one who with only general degree. If you compare the teacher who has MEd or PhD, you will be able to identify the different ways of thinking and imparting the knowledge to students. So the education qualification makes a teacher more perfect than a teacher who is carrying a general degree. Now, skills. Skills, this is the second factor. Teaching talent is different psychology. One who has higher degree cannot assure he has the right instinct and can teach in a better way than the others. So, qualification alone is not enough, but teacher should have a specific skill to teach a class perfectly. So, teaching skill is all about you connect with the students. It depends on the method of teaching you apply. Your way of explanation and engagement with students in the classroom. Teacher need to have mastery of following skills. So, what should do? A perfect teacher should have a following skills. First one is communication skills for better involvement and engagement, use of teaching aids effectively, selection of teaching method appropriately, passion for teaching, human relation skills to act as best guide or mentor. And next one, experience. This is also very, very important for a teacher. And must with their experience, high qualification may give teacher edge in terms of understanding the different topics or complex formula, but it is the experience in the classroom. This is also required to handle different mindset of different students in the classroom. If a teacher has a experience, she or he can handle the different mindset of different students in the classroom. Subject matter. Many times teachers has been assigned a subject which is not specialized and he himself not in better position to help learners in effective way. So the passion towards a subject and SME, that is subject matter expert, is also a key factor that impact learning of students. For example, this is very rare chance on and arts teacher can give good learning experience in subject related to science. See, second part is the learner. Learning is the most effective when a differences in learner's language, cultural and social behavior are taken into account. It's necessary to take note of intelligence, ethnic group, race, belief and socio-economic status of the learner, which can influence the teaching in the classroom. See, if a learner is coming from a well-to-do family or a student is coming from a poor family, their learning ability differs. So one is coming from a well-to-do family learns very easily than compared to the poor family. This may be in vice versa in some condition, but most probably the learners from a rich or a good socio-economic status class, then the student learns very easily than one who is coming from the poor socioeconomic status. Now, second point, every individual is different with others in the terms of physical, social and cultural orientation. These aspects make learner different from one another. Now, it also depends on the interest of the learner, including the aptitude, attitude, motivation, mental health, and aspiration towards the goal of life. So, all this should be in the learner. Then, a learner is a successful learner. See how this is third one, the environment and other factors. How this environment is affecting the learning in the sense, learning as well as teaching. Support material, first one. Second one, different teaching aid and support system influences the way decision are made and information is passed to the students. This also helps the teachers to gain new skill to increase students' learning by use of effective strategies, student assessment and scores, teaching strategies and lesson plan, standards and benchmark, effective use of traditional, modern and ICT based tools. Next one, instructional facilities, teaching aids. Teaching aids are an integral component in any classroom. The many benefits of teaching aid include helping learners improve reading comprehension skills, illustrating or reinforcing a skill or concept, differentiating instructions and relieving anxiety or boredom by presenting the information in a new and exciting way. So teaching aid is very, very important for a teacher to make her class very interesting. Next one, learning environment, classroom environment is also very, very important. Let us see how about the classroom. The classroom environment plays important role in learning process and it affects both teacher and learner. While this is to be maintained by both teacher and students, for active participation in education, concentration of the student is required. Teacher need to focus of behavior of student along with other factors to improve the classroom environment so that students listen teacher's voice while interacting with students. Second one, socio-economic factors. Economic and social background of a teacher and students also affect learning curve. It has direct and indirect effect on thinking level of student and teacher both. So various study of teaching has pointed poor and rich student classify economically and these factor has influence on their learning speed. On the other side, if a teacher is less paid in terms of salary, this also impact his thinking level and ways of teaching in the classroom. So third one, expectation. Every parent have some sort of expectation with this word in terms of what and where they want to see their children. This has psychological impact on students causing stress and impairment. If often seen that if student is not able to perform mentally, it creates depression and sometimes leads to life failure. That is the reason patients' involvement in the learning process is important to ease out burden on students and helping them to prove their learning as overall. Now institution. Institution is also affect a lot in the learning process, how we are going to see now. Teacher is abiding by administrative policy of the institution affecting the learning process. There are chances that teacher want to deliver in a way he loves to do, but the institute policy don't allow him to use his own method. This leads to dissatisfaction in teacher, causing learning process to slow down. It should not be the case that teachers should allow the way they want, but effective planning of lesson and consultation to improve learning path is required in line with the institute policy. Now, NCRT, that is National Council of Educational Research and Training, in its publication Core Teaching Skills 1982 has laid stress on the following skills. First one, writing instructional objectives, organizing the content, creating set for introducing a lesson, structuring classroom questions, question delivery and its distribution, response management, explaining, illustrating with examples, using teaching aids, stimulus variation, pacing of the Lesson, promoting people participation, use of blackboard, achieving closure of the lesson, giving assignments, evaluating the people's progress, diagnosing people learning difficulties and taking remedial measures, management of the class. All those things are given by the NCERT as core teaching skills. Now, micro teaching. What is micro teaching? Micro teaching is a product of research at Stanford University. It was first adapted in 1961 by Wade W. Allen and his co-workers. It implies micro elements that systematically attempts to simplify the complexities of the teaching process. Teaching is a complex process. It cannot be mastered in a rigid or general setting, so it is analyzed into well-defined components that can be practiced, taught, and evaluated. Micro-teaching concentrates on specific teaching behaviors and provides opportunity for practicing teaching under controlled conditions. So, through micro-teaching, the behavior of the teacher and people is modified and the teaching learning process is more effective by the skill training. So this is Royal Academy. The phone number is given. Those who want to join the course, you can join the course by making a call. Thank you.